Hello, this is Akwesi Opong on Sunlight Radio Online. We are very grateful to have you again joining us on another show, Couples Date Night. We hope that the past week you were able to achieve some of your personal goals and you're staying safe along with you and your loved ones. We are very grateful that you continually make time to join us, and we are very excited because we have something wonderful to share with you today. We are going to talk today about certain things that very successful couples do. And we have a long list of great ideas to share with you. So we hope that you can invite some of your friends to also join in with us today. And if you'd like to contribute to our show or ask any question, our number is 240-772-1420. Thank you so much for making time to be with us, and we will be with you shortly. Hello again, and thank you for joining us. My name is Akwesi Opong, and again it's Sunlight Radio Online, and this is our Thursday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time show where we talk about relationships, marriage, love, romance, and everything that we need to equip ourselves to enjoy life with our spouse. And as I always point out, we do have a website, which is www.enjoylifewithyourspouse.com. We archive all the resources we share on this radio station on our site, so you can always go back and review them. You can share them with friends, and we really recommend that you not only do that but subscribe, so that if every time we have a new post you'll be notified, so that you can continue to equip yourself with the resources that will help you to do well in your relationship. So thank you again for being with us, and as I hinted earlier, today we are going to look at certain things that certain habits that highly happy couples have. You might have seen a couple, or you might have wondered that why do other couples always seem happy but you don't seem to be that happy in your relationship? Well, before I get into the details of this, I want to point out a few things. You know, the grass will always look greener on the other side. The fact that you see couples happy doesn't mean that they are always happy. First, that's the first point. Secondly, some other couples, or probably a husband or a wife, might have also seen your marriage and thought you and your spouse are having a great time that they are having. You know, it always looks nice when you're looking at the other person. So let's not fall into that deception that other people are always enjoying their relationships than we are. I've always noted in this show that 20% of the time there'll be some form of conflict, and conflict happens because we're growing. We are individuals. We have different views, which is okay as long as we know how to work through those conflicts to make sure that they don't dominate our relationship. It's very important. So the point I'm making here today is that various researches have been done, and it's been found that couples who tend to be generally happy, are very well connected, they have great communication skills. There's certain things they do, and I want us to look at them. Maybe we could pick up some tools, some tricks, and learn about what they do and apply those things to our relationship. So let's get into the details of some of these things. So studies were done that analyzed data from 286,000 people between October 2017 and September 2018, and they found that there were three things that people say made them happy in life. So I'm kind of starting from the big level here before we get into marriage. So the three things that made people happy in life. Number one was their marital status. It's one of the key indicators of personal satisfaction in life. The second is their health. And the third is their economic activity. That's the kind of job you have or the kind of work you do. So these are the three things. So knowing that marital status is on top, we are going to dig deeper into that and try to understand what the successful couples do that sets them apart. So married couples rated their life satisfaction as 9.9% than those who are widowed or those who are no longer in a relationship. Married couples were 8.8% happier than people who had been divorced and even people who are separated. So again, statistics and research continue to show us that, marriage is an institution that brings satisfaction. Single people, however, only reported 0.2% happier than those who were divorced. So there's overwhelming, data to support the fact that married couples tend to enjoy life. Married couples have a better and positive outlook on life, and they are more ambitious, they are more, healthier as well. So what do the successful couples do that keep them happier, generally happier? And again, I want to emphasize here, it doesn't mean that these couples are always laughing and smiling, and there are days where they have their moments, but the tools that we're going to gather today will help us to learn the things they do to keep more of the happy days than the sad or the down days. So if you think carefully, some of the things that these couples do are actually very small stuff. It's not the big stuff where you put a sign on a tall building in New York City to tell your wife that I love you, or you jump out of a plane to make a statement. It's actually the very little things, the small gestures, Now, people think that they need to go grand or do something huge, but it's actually not that, or maybe go on a huge vacation to prove a point or to impress their spouse. Dr. Gotham, who is a renowned researcher into relationships, shows that if people could just make small changes in the moment-by-moment interactions with each other, they could really transform the trajectory of their love. So it's the small moments, the micro moments, the little things that we do. Don't undervalue the value of those small gestures. And what are those small gestures? I actually read an article by Dr. Gotham, and he got a little bit into the details of what those small gestures are. And this is what it is. For example, you are at home and your wife comes and said, oh, it's a beautiful day out there. I'd love to go for a walk. And you go, sure, give me 30 minutes and let's go for a walk. That is what he calls interactions. Those the bidding for companionship. When you hear your spouse say, oh, I wish you could do this, or I wish I could do this. Find some moments in your life or in your day where you can make those things happen. They found overwhelmingly that couples who tend to pick on those bidding, they tend to do better, they are more happier, they're more satisfied because they learn to listen to the micro needs of each other, and they're very little things. These are things that are like, let's go get ice cream, let's go for a walk, let's go see a movie. Very, very simple little things. Couples who do these things tend to be much happier because their micro needs are being met and their micro moments or their interactions are being fulfilled. So let's look out for those things. I'm sure as the days go by, you hear your spouse say, "Oh, I wish we could do this," or "I wish I could go to this place," or "I've not gone to our favorite restaurant in a long time." And the moment your spouse says, they might not even be thinking of doing that, but the fact that they bring up that interest or that edge, "Oh, we haven't been to this nice, favorite spot of ours in a long time," and you start making plans. When can I make this happen? It doesn't mean that this happens all the time, but the point here is that we make it the effort to really magnify those little moments. Now, as we move along, Dr. Gotham also suggests that we have to ask questions. So successful people or people who are very highly successful in their marriages ask questions. Research shows that couples that have a lasting, happy relationship develop what they call the shared meaning system. What is a shared meaning system? They are weaving their lives together to create shared meaning and a kind of sense of common destiny. It's almost similar to the point we made earlier about, being able to have those moments of interactions. Think of it this way. Shared meaning means that I think of my relationship as if my wife is successful, I'm also successful. If your husband is successful, you are also successful. So you think of ways to really help your spouse develop, get better, become successful, enjoy their life. You think of ways to help them move a step up. I remember it was sometime last year, I made a YouTube post on how to help your spouse grow. And I believe it's on our it's on our YouTube channel. If you go on YouTube and you search "Enjoy Life with Your Spouse," you could pick up a few resources from there as well. So, successful couples, what else do? They have weekly dates. They go on a date. So what is a date? A date could be anything like, let's go out to eat, or, "Oh, honey, I'm going to the grocery store. Hold on, I'll come with you." That could even be a date. So this is why I call, doing double duty. You're going to go on a date anyway. You're going to do grocery shopping anyway. Why don't you every so often do it together? Use that time to connect, to talk, to get to know each other, and use that time to even explore some new things in the grocery store that you've never even considered trying, some new recipes, you could try. So plan to really make time to spend time together as a couple. Spend 2 hours each week doing something relaxing together. This is a good time to speak to each other, ask questions, open-ended questions, when conditions permit, dress up nicely and go somewhere. I know currently we are under a partial lockdown and people are not able to go places as they used to. But as soon as things lift up and you're able to, plan these things, and make them happen, and whilst you're on this date, admire each other. Even if you're not really ready to return to, the restaurant or public place of speaking, plan a picnic. You can plan a picnic, go out somewhere, a park where you can have a spot. The weather is getting nice here in North America, and I'm sure in other parts too, you can find the right time of the year to do special things. So never stop dating each other. Those were the activities that brought you into love and into your marriage. So those are the very things that will sustain the relationship as well. Hold the State of the Union. I remember it was somewhere in January. I think it was the last week of January this year. I made the broadcast we had. The title was "The State of Your Union." And you can go back and review that. State of the Union, the idea behind it is sitting down maybe once a week or every other week to really focus on your relationship and talk about the things that might be going on that you've not had time to really talk about. It's a way of you getting into the deep things before they be the little things that are bothering you before they become big issues, you know. And this is a great time that will help you to discuss any issues that are coming up, issues that are in your mind, you know. Wrap up the hour by asking each other, what can I do to make you feel loved this coming week? This is very genuine, this is very intimate, and it's really going to help set the stage. So it's found that successful couples always find time to look at the state of their marriage. What is going on in our relationship? What is going on in our day-to-day lives? And how can we make this better? This is Sunlight Radio Online. Again, my name is Akwesi Opom, and we are talking tonight about the habits of highly happy couples. We will be right back.